The Untouchables, top 5 defenders of all time. Welcome back, sports fans. Today we're diving into the world of defense, the grit and grind, the side of the court where legends are made and superstars are humbled. We're talking about the guys who lock down the paint, who suffocate offenses, who make scoring a nightmare. That's right, we're talking about the best defenders to ever grace the hardwood. We're talking about the guys who could shut down an entire team with their presence alone. These aren't just good defenders, folks. These are the elite, the cream of the crop. We're counting down the top 5 best defenders of all time. Get ready to see some of the most incredible defensive highlights, the most dominant performances, and hear about the men who redefined what it means to play lockdown defense. Bill Russell, the defensive dynasty builder. Listen, anybody who knows basketball knows defense wins championships, and nobody, and I mean nobody, embodies that more than Bill Russell. 11 championships in 13 seasons with the Boston Celtics, and let me tell you something, it wasn't just about the scoring. Russell was a rebounding machine, snatching boards like they owed him money, averaging over 22 rebounds a game for his career, but it was his defensive IQ, his ability to anticipate plays, to block shots, to control the paint that made him truly special. He was the anchor of that Celtics dynasty, the heart and soul of a team that dominated a generation. You don't win 11 championships by accident, folks. You win them with defense, and Bill Russell was the master. Dikembe Mutombo, the finger wag assassin. Now let's talk about intimidation factor. You wanted to challenge Dikembe Mutombo at the rim. Be my guest, but you better bring your hard hat and a prayer. Mutombo, the man was a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, and for good reason. He was a shot-blocking phenom, swatting away shots with a vengeance. And don't even get me started on that finger wag. You know you messed up when Mutombo hit you with the wag. It was like a basketball violation just to think about challenging him in the paint. Mutombo wasn't just a shot blocker, though. He was a defensive mastermind, understanding positioning, timing, and using his incredible length to control the game. He's a legend, plain and simple. Chapter 3, Gary Payton, the glove that smothered offenses. Now let's talk about Gary Payton, the glove. And yes, that nickname was earned, folks. Payton was a different breed of defender. He wasn't just content with staying in front of his man. He wanted to lock him down, erase him from the game. He was relentless, always in your face, making you work for every inch of the court. He had the quickness, the strength, and the anticipation to guard any guard in the league. And he wasn't afraid to get physical, to get under your skin. Payton was a 9-time all-defensive first-team selection, and he even won Defensive Player of the Year in '96. He redefined what it meant to be a lockdown defender in the backcourt. Chapter 4, Kawhi Leonard, the claw clamps down. Now let's fast forward to the modern era, and you got to talk about Kawhi Leonard, the claw. This guy is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, and he's still got plenty of game left in him. Leonard is the epitome of a complete defender. He can guard every position on the court, from point guard to center. He's got the size, the strength, the quickness, and the basketball IQ to shut down anyone. He's like a chameleon out there, blending in and adapting to any offensive threat. And when he gets those hands on the ball, forget about it. He's a turnover machine, using his incredible wingspan and anticipation to disrupt passing lanes and create steals. Kawhi Leonard is a defensive force of nature. Chapter 5, Hakeem Olajuwon, the dream shake and defensive dominance. Finally, we come to Hakeem Olajuwon, the dream. This man was a defensive virtuoso, a true artist in the paint. Olajuwon was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, a 9-time All-Defensive First-Team selection, and he led the league in blocks 3 times. He had it all: size, strength, athleticism, and an uncanny ability to time his blocks perfectly. But what set Olajuwon apart was his footwork. He was light on his feet for a big man, incredibly agile, and could move laterally with the best of them. He was a master of positioning and timing, and he had those long arms that seemed to go on forever, swatting shots away like flies. Hakeem Olajuwon was a defensive nightmare for opponents, a true legend of the game. Utra, the legacy of lockdown defense. There you have it, folks. The top 5 best defenders of all time. 5 legends who dominated their eras with their defensive prowess, striking fear into the hearts of opponents and etching their names into basketball history. These players weren't just great defenders, they were game changers, revolutionizing the way defense was played. Did we miss anyone? Let us know in the comments below. Was it Dennis Rodman, the rebounding king? Or maybe Ben Wallace, the heart and soul of the Detroit Pistons? Tell us who you think deserves to be on this list. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more sports content. We'll be back with more top 5 lists, hot takes, and everything basketball. Keep it locked right here. Locked.